Hey YouTube, thought I'd make a quick video, hopefully quick, on an upgrade I want to do to my 2010 MacBook Pro. This has been a great computer. It's my only computer except for a Raspberry Pi. But the hard drive is full. It's a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and that is completely full. And so I want to upgrade the hard drive, and I thought I'd put a hybrid drive in to see if it's going to affect performance at all. So this is a 2010 MacBook Pro. It has a dual-core 2.4 gigahertz processor with 4 megabytes of RAM. So not a super fast machine by any means, but it's been a good workhorse. I don't want to upgrade to the current MacBook Pros because they don't have an optical drive, and I really do like having an optical drive right built in. So I want to check performance, a few things before I do the swap out and see if the new drive makes any difference at all. So I ran Geekbench, and the scores are here. As you can see, the single core is 1,359, the dual core is 2,263, so nothing that impressive by today's standards. Okay, the Cinebench is done, and that was very slow. As you can see, the OpenGL was 12.49 frames per second, and CPU was 1.37. Okay, now for Blackmagic. The write speed is right around 60, 62, and the read speed is around 68. So that is that. So now I'm going to open Photoshop Elements 10 and time that. I'm going to open it and get to an editing page, a blank editing page. So close to 30 seconds, 29.46 seconds. The final test is going to be a restart of the computer. How long does this take? So the restart took 1 minute and 22.5 seconds. So hopefully those speeds will increase with the new hard drive.
Decrease.
So I wanted to talk about the new hard drive. The hard drive itself is in this little case. This is a Seagate 1 terabyte hybrid drive running at, I believe it is 5,400 RPMs. And this was $104 on Amazon, so pretty inexpensive. This is the hard drive right here, and I got this case that will allow it to be used as a portable hard drive so that I can copy the entire laptop hard drive onto this and then just swap it out. So this nifty case is a Cinebench 2.5-inch SATA hard drive to USB. I did get the optional 3.0 USB in case I want to use this in the future. And the case was $14, also on Amazon. So I'm going to use Carbon Copy Cloner to clone the hard drive on the laptop onto this so that I can just switch it and hopefully it'll just work. So I am ready to plug the new hard drive in, and hopefully begin cloning here very shortly. So my understanding is you need to put one partition in, and so I'm doing that now. Probably should have named it then, but I didn't. So now I'm opening up Carbon Copy Cloner. I am going to do the trial version. And select the copy to be drive to be copied, and this, and try this. I can't. And so I'm creating a recovery disk in the partition. So now it's cloning, and this will take many hours. Okay, so I have copied my hard drive from the laptop onto this little device, and the Carbon Copy Cloner, I don't know how long it took because I went to bed, but looked like it was only going to take a few hours. So that is done. So now we need to reboot in the new hard drive just to make sure it's going to work. So you go to the Apple menu, System Preferences, Startup Disk, the new hybrid disk, and restart. You sure you want to restart? Yes. And there it is. So it's restarted on the external hard drive. So now I know it works. It looks the same. I did clean up my desktop, but so now the only step is to replace the hard drive and see if it works. So now I've shut off the power, and I'm just going to remove the screws that holds the back in place. Okay. There are two screws that hold a bracket in place that holds the hard drive. There are 4 small posts attached to the hard drive that need to be removed and attached to the new hard drive. This is done with a Torx wrench, that's Torx, or a star wrench. I'm not sure of the size. The 2 posts on the outside go in the corresponding holes on the case, and the inside 2 posts set in a recess, and the bracket is then reattached. So I'll put that back on, and put all the screws back. So now the moment of truth. Alright, so my background is different, but let's see if everything works. Seems to. Okay, with Blackmagic, I'm not sure there'll be any difference, but let's start. We were getting about 50 plus or minus before. Read and write. Oh, so 90 for write, 87, and 93. So right around 90 and 90. So significantly better. Still, obviously not that great, but much, much better. Okay, for Cinebench, we'll run OpenGL. And for this, originally we had 12.49. Okay, so Cinebench is finished. OpenGL is 11.6 frames. I'm sorry, 11.76 frames per second, which is slightly slower. And the CPU is 1.38 points, I guess. And that is about the same. It was 1.37. So on to Geekbench. So Geekbench scores are almost identical. I got 1359 and 2262 originally, and now it's 1361 and 2282. So very, very similar. Okay, so I am going to do a restart and time that. I believe we were at 1 minute and 30 seconds approximately prior to the new hard drive.
This is now 50.62 seconds.
And noticeable difference. So that's improved. Okay, so now I'm going to open Photoshop and get to an editing page. Start, click. And that is dramatically faster. That's 16, about 16 and a half seconds. So my final thoughts on upgrading the hard drive on the 2010 MacBook Pro. Overall, very happy. It was very simple. It was relatively inexpensive. Total price was about $120. And I've doubled my storage, and the speed at which programs open is significantly faster. There's no change, obviously, in computing speeds, but I don't do heavy video editing, although I am editing this video on this computer, and I'm using Final Cut Pro, which is a 30-day trial, which I'm not going to keep because it's $300 and I don't do that much video editing. But I love this computer. It's very solid. I like having everything on it. This has served me very well. I wrote my book on this computer, this very computer, Poe, A Tale of Love and Blood, available on Amazon. So it's great, very simple upgrade. I have I've never taken apart a computer before, and I did it, no problem. Everything works great. The only thing I had to do was Microsoft Office recognized that I copied the software, and so I had to enter my product activation code, which uses another computer. I bought the 3-computer version of Office, and so now I'm down to this and one more if I get a desktop someday. But that's it. Everything else, no problems whatsoever.